All right, we'll do some thoughts. And Lewis, you're going to kick back into them horizontally again for extra thinking?
Yeah, I actually thought that I really absorbed the thoughts much better from a more horizontal plane of existence. So I'm ready, man. Hit me.
Yeah, great. All right. Well, this first thought comes in from Lavity Lachlan on the email. And you can email the show anytime at lukeandlewis5.com.
No.
Oh, no, lukeandlewis5 at gmail.com.
Yeah.
That's our website. You can buy our merch anytime at lukeandlewis5.com.
And I would dispute you can email the show anytime. I would think that if, say, you were being held at gunpoint during a robbery, that would be a bad time to send an email. Like, give me your wallet or I'll kill your wife.
No.
Like, oh, 1 second. I'm just going to send an email. I've had a thought. The boys are going to love.
But you can email the show. It just wouldn't be sometimes the best decision, and it might end up in your demise.
Possible. Yeah, it is possible. But I wouldn't recommend, sending an email while being held at gunpoint. If you are being held at gunpoint while listening to the show, let us know how it goes. How much money did you lose, Yeah,
but during it, I want to know live. Boys currently being held at gunpoint. Probably not the best idea to send this email, but hey, that's life. So this one comes in from Lavity Lachlan. Don't think he was being held at gunpoint at the time the email was sent.
Yeah.
He said, sounding off here, you know how English is backwards and weird in other languages. Mm-hmm. What if in those other languages, Yoda speaks like we do?
Oh. Now that's good.
So obviously Yoda from Star Wars, if you don't know, he kind of says stuff like do or do not. There is no try. He says the Jedi must if he says we must flank the opposition, he would say the opposition flank we must. So he does speak in kind of reverse. He just jumbles the words a bit.
That's kind of how Germans speak. Their verbs a lot of the time go at the end of the sentence. So I wonder how Yoda speaks in German. If there are any German listeners, does he speak like English people do, with the verbs at the front?
Maybe we've just blown German people's minds. They had no idea that Yoda's character was intentionally supposed to speak in reverse. Maybe they think he's the only one who speaks normally, and they're like, man, Mace Windu keeps fucking up English.
Dude, that would be so strange if you were German and you saw Star Wars in German and then you came over to Australia and you were like, bro, Australians speak like Yoda. That's just fucking weird.
Well, yeah, that's an interesting thought. So this one comes in. By the way, I will admit I am going to read one thought that falls in the 95% category. But it was a bit of a guilty pleasure. I know it's in the 95%. I know it's not good, but I just wanted to read it.
Yeah, okay.
This is it. It comes in from Cameron Slater. Now, look, he did his best, and
Any relation to Kelly Slater?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him. The email doesn't reference that, and I don't think he was also being held at gunpoint.
Okay. All right.
G'day, boys. Quarantine is really doing a number on my brain, and somehow I just thought, if you farted like a real bad one into a fish bowl, do you think it could potentially kill a goldfish?
That is a good thought. I think that one, this is definitely 5%. This is a great thought.
Okay.
I disagree.
I'll take that back.
2, right? I think that farting into the goldfish bowl is not enough. You would have to go anus to water to kill that fish, because otherwise the smell wouldn't penetrate the wall. You'd have to maybe even specifically get some kind of tube and funnel system to get your fart under the water, and then I reckon you could take it out.
You have to fart into a straw.
Yeah, but with that comes its own challenges, because you don't want the goldfish going up the straw. That's a different experience, isn't it?
Oh, how thick are your straws, dude? Where a goldfish can swim up it into your butt. But no, I think obviously we all have a basic understanding of how farts travel underwater, which is like we see the bubble, but what we never really think about is farts don't really smell underwater. Even poos.
That's
I don't
true.
think poo would smell
That's
underwater. Or you can't smell underwater because you can't breathe in.
Yeah,
That's a thought. Can you
I would
smell
say
underwater?
so. Can fish smell? Can fish smell, or do they taste? Because sharks are attracted by blood. So are they smelling that, or are they tasting?
I think they're
it?
smelling
It'd be
it.
taste, wouldn't it?
They're
Smell is an airborne thing. Taste is a physical thing. I would feel like
don't know.
it would be a taste
I think they're smelling it.
situation.
Because they can't see shit. Oh, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. We're talking about smell or taste. Yeah, I think they rely on smell heavily because they can't see, is what I meant.
But I would say that what we call smell for a shark is actually them tasting. Oh, they smell. And they have little to no sense of taste. That's why they eat anything. That's so interesting. Sharks can smell underwater.
Right. Well, that's a good thought, Cameron. I think you probably couldn't kill a goldfish, though, with just one fart. Maybe a shit. You'd have to probably shit in the fish bowl.
Okay, I kind of have a point. Sharks, taste and smell are very similar. They're kind of on the same scale for a shark. So there you go.
Right. This one comes in from Chloe, and she's been doing a lot of thinking. How do lactose intolerant babies drink their mother's milk?
I would say like this.
I think I thought this was a stupid thought at first because I think that people don't start off life as being lactose intolerant. Don't people get allergies as they go on? Or are babies allergic to nuts?
Sure. Yeah, my brother was allergic to nuts from when he was born. I believe they do a test when you're born. I think it does.
Lactose intolerant
develops.
Isn't the same as an allergy. Is it the same as an allergy? I don't know. You're intolerant, but you're not going to die if you eat it, right? Oh no, that some people will die.
I would think that it changes because it's not like it must change because we survive off milk and then one day we just can't survive off just milk.
I don't think you'd be able to tell if a baby was lactose intolerant anyway because they shit themselves all the time. So that's usually the indicator of an adult.
Like, my infant shit himself. There must be something wrong with his diet.
Yeah, but really you're just like, oh no, that's what they do because they don't know how to shit yet.
Yeah.
Do you reckon a lactose intolerant baby could kill a goldfish?
With a fart, a lactose baby
with a lactose fart.
Maybe. It depends on the size of the funnel. That's a good thought. We've got to a good place here.
I think we'll wrap up with one more. This one's from Ben, and he seems to think that this falls under the 95% category. I think I agree with him, but I also think it's worth thinking about. You seem to enjoy my 95% bit about dogs and colorblindness. So, in another attempt to help with the 95%, I've had this thought. Firstly, Ben, your dog colorblind thought was okay. It wasn't the best.
That's best.
But I don't think you should be going to fill the 95%. We should be all striving for the 5% top thoughts category. So, when a snake hisses, it sticks its tongue out. If we as humans were to reenact this, the sound we would make is hith. My thought is, do all snakes have a lisp?
I mean, man's got a point. Dude's speaking facts. Hith.
We can't. He's saying that we can't go without sticking our tongues out. To make that noise, we have to put our tongues in, right?
Yeah.
He's right. It does.
Man's got a point.
It's like Sith, but with a H. Hith. Which is what he said.
Sith.
I think that's a good thought.
That's a good thought.
Actually, I just realized Ruben had sent me another one, and he thought it was worth bringing up. So we'll do one more. Sorry. You've snake lisp. I got a 5% thought for you. It's from Dan, by the way. If we start launching rubbish or so much stuff like rocket ships into space, would the day be slower as the Earth isn't as big anymore and it would take less time to do a full rotation?
Perhaps. It would take a lot of shooting into space.
You'd have to put up a lot of candy wrappers and maybe stuff bigger than general rubbish.
Yeah.
Maybe a lot of like, we'd have to fully make an effort to send shit that's on Earth up.
We'd have to send a lot of stuff. Like one day to really affect it, we might have to just shoot like England into space, you know?
Yeah,
just the
right.
whole country. And then that might affect it a little bit. But then I don't know where we're going to get any good tea from.
True. I mean, I don't really drink tea, so that wouldn't bother me.
It all comes from India anyway. I think it would be sweet to lose England, just say, you know, a couple of hours.
Warning, we have a lot of listeners from England. Do you reckon they'll be okay with that?
But soon we might have a lot of listeners from space.
That's true. A new demographic for the show. Yeah, if you guys could take the leap of faith, I mean, we'll do it for you. We'll launch you into space. Oh, now I've got a lisp. I think I'm a snake. I'm a stupid little snake. Do you remember that video? I'm a slippery little snake. Anyway. Yeah, I'm happy to lose England.
All right.
Great. That's the end of thoughts.